Okay, so this is my first time doing this, so please bear with me. Let me introduce myself. I am King Ben. I am the leader of Third World Mafia and a very, very close friend and a very dear friend of mine whom I will have an honor to stand here tonight and induct him because he's not only just as a competitor, he's not just a tag team partner, but also a genuine lovable friend. And that man's name that we shall celebrate tonight, because he deserved every single bit of it. Jazz. It's funny how this story started a bit about me and him. Uh, the same week I debuted my time as an E-Fed wrestler, I was facing, coincidentally, one of his best wrestlers and soon to be my rival and my best friend, and was a former member of the Ice Empire, EJ. Most people would have looked at me as this new guy who needs to be humbled, who doesn't need to get these types of hypes, but one person thought a whole different, and that name is Jazz. You see, Jazz did the opposite. He saw something in me. Instead of treating me like an enemy, he invited me into his faction, Ice Empire, the leader. The leader of Ice Empire saw me as that. And that one decision he saw me as changed my entire career into a 180. As you can see, from there, me and him became tag team partners back in 24. And I'll tell you this, we were balling. Oh boy, bucko. When I tell you we were balling, we were balling. We traveled together, fought together, and proved that then Jazz had your back. When he had your back, oh buddy, you could take him on. You could take anybody. One of the biggest examples of that was when we stood side by side against the House of Spades in a War Games match. And those people that we went against were the following: Thunderbolt Joe, Duke Martinez, Austin Jones, and last but not least, his rival, DK. Now, I had nobody by my side except for my boys, Angelo and JC. We were by ourselves, so we couldn't think of anything. But that one man knocked them doors down and told me straight up he wants to take the title. But before he could do that, he went and fought with me against them. We went into that battle together. No matter what was thrown in our way, Jazz never backed down. That's who he is. When the fight got tough, he steps forward instead of taking a step back. But friendship has never, ever been in that way. Because later that same week, like I said before, he wanted to take my title. He wanted to become the tag team champion. I gave him that chance. We stood on opposite sides of the ring, fighting for that same championship. It wasn't a personal match, but it was personal with him and JC. And at that moment, he beat me and walked away with my championship. As much as I hate losing, as much as we all hate losing, I respected the man who earned it. I looked at him dead square in the eyes and I said, congratulations. You deserve that chance. You deserve that title. Make me proud. And later on, he actually did. As years went on, our friendship only grew stronger and stronger. He introduced me to so many incredible people. He opened doors I've never expected and helped shape not only the performer I became, but also the person I became outside of the ring. So with him, I would like to say thank you for making me meet these amazing, beautiful people that I've met throughout my time as an E-Fed wrestler. And just when people thought we'd already accomplished everything together, we added another chapter to our story by becoming triple tag team champions together in a GBW. That's something nobody could ever take away from us. Our chemistry was amazing. Now let me talk about the man we're honoring tonight. He is a two-time WDK world champion, one-time United States champion, first ever general manager in Infinite. Those accomplishments speak for themselves. They show what he achieved in the ring and behind the scenes. But championships and titles aren't what define Jazz. What defines him is the impact he's had in everyone around him. He's a leader. He's a mentor. He's someone who's saw potential in people before they saw it themselves. I know that because I was one of those people. If Jazz hadn't reached out to me after my debut, I honestly don't know what would have happened if my journey would have looked. I don't know if it would look the same or not. But one thing I do know is that he believed in me before I had the chance to prove myself. And that is something I'll never forget. So tonight, this isn't just about celebrating championships or records or anything like that. It's about celebrating loyalty. It's about celebrating leadership. It's about celebrating someone who made everyone around him better. Jazz, I know you're out there in the back listening to this, but thank you for every match, every lesson, every laugh, every battle, and every memory we've shared over these years. You didn't just build a Hall of Fame career. You built friendships, legacies, and opportunities that will live on long after the final bell rings. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me not waste your time because it is my absolute privilege and honor to introduce my brother, my teammate, my rival, and most of all, my best friend, Jazz, into the Hall of Fame. So, ladies and gentlemen, Jazz.
So where did I start? The beginning. The beginning of WDK featured a few superstars who I cannot name, and a few of my personal family. Everybody knows that Zoomy Tree. Pretty sure when y'all, I know I'm watching y'all finna make a joke, but hey, all jokes aside, when I made that speech about WDK being the future, I really meant it. I really wanted this company to go off, and now look at us now. We're all going off. The first person I want to thank you is Kim Ben. He inducted me. He was my introducer. Kim Ben. I remember since the first day I started to whoop that bench at. The second person I have to thank you, obviously, the man himself, the owner himself, the CEO himself, the man who built this ship brick by brick, DK. DK, Me and you have been in ups and downs. You know, we're best friends, and we are rivals. We've been rivaling the whole damn time, the whole damn rivalry, bro. Is 3 years, man. 3 years. But hey, I can never forget about the man who brought us back together. And that brings me to my third thank you. Marcus the Chosen. Marcus, you're one of my best of friends. I really hope you know that. I really don't know what would have happened if I still kept a grudge against DK. If I still kept that very same grudge, like Marcus, I want you to know that you are one of the kindest, one of the most caring, one of the most awesome people that I have ever met in eFedit. I'm telling you this right now. If it weren't for me or Marcus getting you in WDK, I don't know if WDK would have been back alive. But it's all thanks to you, man. It's all thanks to you bringing me, DK, and Matt together. And that's the fourth person that I want to thank. Matt. Matt, I know I've been on your bad side lately. I know I've been a stone on your shoulder. I've been annoying to you, but hey, I want you to know you're awesome too, Matt. A man that's called MVP. You are an MVP at being a friend, at being one of the best friends. You are the most funniest person I ever met on here. I'm telling you this right now. No matter what your no matter how young you are, but I'm telling you, you're funny, bro. You're always making me laugh. You make everybody smile. You make everyone have a good day. But my career here, my legacy here, even with King TD, which will be the last person that I have to thank, because if it wasn't without King TD, I don't know what my career would be. I don't know what I will be remembered as. I don't know what rivalry that nearly beats me and King TD. The CM Punk idea, especially it was my idea, but I'm telling you this, King TD, brother, I don't know if you're watching. I don't know if you'll ever watch this, but if you do, I want to tell you, you're still in my heart, and I still see you as a brother. Even though the ups and downs that me and DK and everybody else had to go through, I wish I can go back in time, and I wish that I can rewrite history. You see, that is a lesson that I have to learn, that I have to live with. You can't. Everything cannot go right. You know, that's the greatest example of me. Yeah, I returned to DWA. Yeah, I got rehired in WDK, but I want y'all to know that holding a grudge won't fix anything. I want y'all to know I've been fired before. I've been fired in both companies that I love, that's been cared in my heart, that's been, you know, but it's not a good feeling. I wish I never had that feeling of me wanting to come back to TDW. I had to live with it. And everything that I did, I'm sorry for. I'm sorry for everything that I've been saying, I'm sorry for everything that everyone had to go through. Even last year, I'm sorry for everything that everyone had to deal with. You see, when the people see me as Jazz, I want the people to see me as a good person. And that's who I am. But all that aside, I'm happy to be in the Hall of Fame. I'm lucky enough to be in the Hall of Fame. And let me say this one last time. Even you, if you're watching at home, if you're watching through the screen, through the notifications, through the chat, I'm telling you this right now. This is not a spoiler. Jazz is in the Hall of Fame, and it's a frozen fate. Bang.